Hello, fight fans, and welcome to episode 3 of War Council. Today we're going to be covering the UFC fight happening this weekend, Grasso versus Shevchenko Part 2. And who better to have with us today than Mexican's mixed martial artist and former champion, Brandon Moreno. How are you doing?
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you so much to Kevin Holland to be here. You look skinny, but ready to fight. Let's go.
And then we also have somebody who's actually making history on our show today as not only the first fighter to be on the card that's fighting this weekend, but he's on the main card, co-main event, the man that makes you put your money where your mouth is, Kevin Holland.
What's up? Let's
go.
Let's get it.
That was a good announcement. That was a good bring in.
And then your host, Jamahal Hill.
What's happening, people? What's happening? Hey, I appreciate y'all coming out, bro. For sure. You know, my brother, the boy, bro, Mr. Holland.
Yeah,
my brother.
Damn.
I was on hola,
amigos. ¿Cómo están?
That's my line. ¿Cómo
that's
están?
That's your language.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Gracias. Almost there. It's right there.
Damn.
Yeah, you fucking
Damn. Give me the first part. Esperando la
Man,
Esperando la Pelosi?
Italian with Mario Vittoria, and now you don't speak Spanish.
Look.
I feel bad, man.
I'm a man of many talents here. You know, look. You want me to sing? I gotta sing to you. I gotta sing a song in Spanish too.
Yeah, you kind of set the bar. I
gotta do that too. I done set the bar with that. What's it?
Kevin's like, no, don't do it.
Listen, I got you, bro. Look, I got one to say. What they say? Let's see it. Cuando de la mamacita, yo no te podía, yo no te podía.
I can't believe you actually know the words of that shit. It's pretty impressive.
Come on, just try it, man. Love it.
Wow, no, I appreciate you coming out, bro. Yeah, you know, we got the Mexican Independence card tonight. Not tonight. On Saturday, this weekend, Alexa Grasso, you first Mexican-born champion. You led the way, opened the door for everybody. You know, I figure it'd be great to hear from you. And yeah, man, so should be a great weekend. Should be have some really good fights too. What's been going on?
Man, I mean, nothing. I know all the Mexican fighters from the card.
Okay.
Actually, I think, if I watch all the card, I have at least one training session with everybody. Yeah. So I'm excited for this weekend, not just because it's the Independence Day of Mexico. Because UFC is putting like a special effort to do something for us. So yeah. I feel like good for that, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%. And also, you know, you the only Mexican not on the card. Like that's you the only one that doesn't have somebody from Mexico on the card.
That's racist.
Yeah, but
that's racist.
It's your fight.
That's racist.
Yeah, but did you see? But did you see his taco truck though?
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
What you talking about? I'm Mexican.
My bad. I ain't mean Coco brother. Coco,
yeah.
Negro.
You know what I'm saying? I just had a Mexican baby anyway, so I'm Mexican.
Out of real. Hey, look.
You got a Mexican baby?
Look, no, I'm on. No,
then you're not. Look,
no. Hold on. You can't just exclude me like that. All right. My striking coach. A lot of you notice my striking, how I get in there. That's Mexican right there, baby. My striking coach that I've been with since from day one, Mexican. We've been in there. You know what I mean? Deep in the pot.
I talked to him. He said you don't even like spicy food.
Pause. That was crazy. We're gonna move on. That was crazy. But yeah, been there since day one. Shout out Johnny Gregoire. His birthday is today. Yeah,
Today's
my coach's birthday is actually today.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
To the coach. Let's go, coach.
For sure. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. You know, ate my last little meal prep, so nice and savvy, baby. Feeling good.
Locked in for the fight week. Feeling?
Yeah. Nice and light and skinny. Feeling good to go.
Yeah, man. I know how I be. Especially you come in a little heavy or whatever. Not saying that you are. Not saying that you are at all.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, just different emotions and different feelings throughout the fight week. So, you know, you kind of in those, and I appreciate you coming out, still coming out, making time to do this.
No, it's no.
Even in the midst of all of that.
This is better than the normal media they give me. So this will work out smooth.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, normally when I'm in my fight week, it's like, please, nothing extra. I don't want to do nothing more.
Yeah.
Even sometimes they give like extra interviews by phone, for example.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. Okay, I mean,
This guy
if I have to do it, I do it. So man, that's cool. You come here because if I were you, like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I'm skinny. I'm hungry. Yeah,
I'm not too hungry yet.
Oh really? Nah, man.
Now, I feel like you usually are like pretty solid during you good spirits. You always look like we've been on the same card a couple of times, you know, pretty much like we bonded like on something serious, bruh. On something serious. The worst night and the best night of my career was both of the best nights.
No, but we were talking before we started the show. I mean, for you, it was cool, man. Everybody was so cool with you. Like, Jamahal Hill, don't worry. For the little flyweight, throw beers, throw everything. They don't care.
Yeah, like, you got a little bit of heckling outside of the. I was more than heckling. They wanted your ass. They wanted your head on the silver powder paws with the one at that first on the first request. But yeah, that was crazy. But also AZ, I was talking like in Arizona, because I remember in Arizona seeing you
that's
there.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. When before you first broke through and became champion, that same night, you know, I had opened up the main card, and I was like, you know, unfortunately my first L in the game, and yeah, but I just remember all week you were like really cool, really like good spirit, you know, and that was still early on for me, you know, so to see you there in that spot like that actually did something for me, you know, just like good spirits, you know, being relaxed and. You know
I mean, I'm just trying to get fun, man. Everything. Yeah. So you arrive to the hotel in 5 weeks, and you look everybody, man. Everybody's so serious and like, I understand, man. Fucking diet is no joke. It's real, man. You feel terrible, but I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get fun, trying to forget a little bit all my mess in my mind, you know. I mean, because weekend you're gonna fight against somebody who's trying to kill you in front of a thousand of people. You know, it's a lot of things to think. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get fun, but maybe my last 2 or 3 wake-ups were different because my body started to feel old. You know, I'll be 30 this year, and I feel some change a little bit. So the diet is kind of harder. So man,
you was the youngest champion. All right, man, shut your young ass up. All right, look, you talk about body changing. All right, I'm 32. All right.
But man, all my wake-ups were like easy, like 125, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right now, no anymore. No anymore.
Yeah. You gotta take it a little bit more serious. Dial into it a little bit more. But that even though you were nice, smiling and all that, don't be in spirits. We shared the locker room together the night we both won the title in Brazil. I seen you, bro. I seen you before that. I seen the intensity. I seen the flip switch, and you went out there and you did your thing, man. Just came out, controlled the fight from start to finish, landed good shots and everything like that. I think a lot of the reason why you got a lot of the stigma from how you did leaving it was because of how it ended. They thought that he was actually poking the eye, and you know he's gonna play. He played it up that way as well. It was a punch. It was a clean punch. Beautiful right hook. Right hook, I believe it was. Left hook, caught him clean, and I have no idea how you do that type of damage with the kind of punch that you did, and also hit him with the thumb.
And I block, and at the same time, I throw the hook open with this part of my knuckles and went straight to the right eye, and I feel like very solid. And then the guy went to the floor and started saying, my eye. But I understand. He thought 100%. Was an eye poke.
Yeah.
But the referee was like right there, and he never stopped the fight. So like, fuck it.
It didn't look like a poke to me. I seen the punch. I seen it was a punch.
And the people started to get mad. But then they put the replay. I don't know, man. Was a weird night for me. But I was so happy. Man, you win. So you're excited. You don't care. I was even thinking about the people around.
Right.
All the American media was like, hey, what do you think about the Brazilian people? They were so disrespectful for you. Like, man, like, yes, they were kind of disrespectful, but in Mexico, sometimes that happen in the soccer games, in the soccer stadiums, in lucha libre. It's kind of normal. I mean, it's still disrespectful, but it's normal.
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
for sure. No, it's good. It's good to handle it that way. Like that's kind of like how it was. I mean, they were like, oh, like everybody like left and things like that. And to me, afterwards, I was just hyped about, like, excited about winning the belt. I wanted to get to my people and things like that. And I didn't really pay attention to. But
wasn't your fault, right? It was more like they expecting to
it's just competition.
Win, and they get like, oh, he lost, and I think you did well.
Man, one person I definitely don't know about hostility. My brother.
No, I always get good fans. It's always great.
With the fans, yes. See, your thing is you usually your heated moments come from the actual fighters. You getting hey, that's
I don't like none of
that's
them.
real beef. He's not getting into it with the civilians and the people that that can just they're upset, they're throwing stuff. He getting into it with the dudes we actually get paid to go up against.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Hey, man, but that's one thing. But no, for real though, 100 though. One thing I respect about you is you real. You real about how you feel. If you have something to say to somebody, you say it. And yeah, bro. But you always been solid with me.
Yeah, it's been cool with me too. I always have a good time with my blunt bro.
You already know.
Yeah, it's only a few of them. Some people be trying to be the blunt bros, but it's not easy to be.
You just can't make it, man.
Yeah,
you just can't make it.
You can't smoke with everybody.
Exclusivity.
Do you guys think you'll ever have like adopt another blunt brother?
In due time, it's like there's always room for growth. Maybe a blunt cousin or some shit.
Right.
Blunt brothers is kind of hard to be.
It's kind of hard, you got to prove yourself. You got to come in. You got to come in like that, tight.
Y'all got to jump him in.
No, it's just, gotta have that vibe, that energy, Yeah. Terrence is lucky his ass made it on the team. Kind of forced his way.
He got to force his way. He kind of just on you and persistent, and he's on you, and then eventually it's like,
all right, bro, come on.
I love you, motherfucker. You know what I actually
just
love
don't take him out to eat. That nigga can eat. I promise you that.
Yeah. He definitely like having like that little brother, bro. You get right back to having that little brother feeling like as if you were back at home, wearing your shoes, messing with your stuff, wearing your clone, all that type of stuff.
Actually, I was like, where the fuck are them drawers at? The other day, T-Rex came in the gym, had my drawers on. I was like, how the fuck?
Oh no, that's a little bit. That's a little bit too comfortable.
That's the bro. You know what I'm saying? He be getting wild with it.
You out of pocket, T. You out of pocket.
I'm not
all the way out of pocket.
All right, are you guys ready to go over this main card?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go over or give you guys each fight. You get to talk about it. Tell me who you think might win. We can talk about some techniques, stuff like that, and then at the end we'll play a game, which I will explain to you when we get to that point.
Let's go.
But first, we have our featherweight bout with Fernando Padilla versus Kyle Nelson. And the stats for these guys, Padilla is 15-4. Nelson is 14-5-1. And they're both coming off of a win. So what are your guys' thoughts on this fight? How do you see it going?
Yeah, you go first, Jamal.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. I got to pull my thing. Man. I actually looked these guys up earlier. Nelson fought my boy Billy Quarantello, the one who we signed together. We signed together. I was contentious. We've been cool. So I watch all of Billy's fights. And from what I've seen from Kyle Nelson is he comes out pretty solid. He's a solid puncher. He's aggressive. He's pretty strong, and he's willing to sit in and throw. And he lands pretty good shot. He's kind of stationary, more of a heavy puncher, heavier in his hands and things like that. I looked up Perillo as well. I like Perillo. I like the way he's long for the division pause. He's got good striking. He's very, very accurate with his strikes, and he's very consistent on the pressure and keeping good range. So those are really good things. The really good things to happen when he catches you. He beat Julian Rosa, I believe, and that's not especially. I think that was his debut. I believe. Was it his debut? So it was his debut. He beat Julian Rosa, and Julian Rosa is like that's one of Aljo's main and training partners, helping him prepare for title fights and things like that. So to come in and do that against a guy like that, yeah, he's definitely serious.
I mean, for sure, Nelson is the guy with experience, right? He has a lot of time. I mean, he fought in the same car as me in 2019 in Mexico City. I think it was the last one in Mexico. And he fought against one of my former training partners, Marco Polo Reyes, in 155. And Nelson got the knockout. He has experience. Padilla, the other way, maybe he doesn't have the experience. Actually, he has a long inactivity because he had some problems with his visa.
Okay.
Something like that. And he made the debut, like you say, with Julian Rosa. Man, I mean, obviously, I'm always with the Mexicans, but the problem is, like, I mean, I in that moment, I understood, like, fuck, Julian is good. I know him from the Extreme. I saw his fights before, and I knew it was a hard fight for him, but he did it very well. And the accuracy, I think that's the key for Fernando in this fight. He's very long, and his precision is very on point, and the accuracy, like in the moment when he touched the bottom, he keep pushing the same button every single time he land a punch. So let's see. I mean, I'm obviously with Padilla, but I understand Nelson is very dangerous too.
Nelson. Bro. I've seen he's fought. He's been in there with quite a few dudes. He's been in there with Duho Choi. You know, Duho Choi is one of those pretty good guys.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Those are some very, very intelligent answers. But overall, y'all didn't pick nobody. So I'm gonna go ahead and go.
We just want to know what you think about the fight.
I like how y'all was picking Nelson, but no, you got to pick, bro. You got to make a pick. I'm going with the Padilla guy.
We're not making a pick yet. We don't pick yet. We're just talking about the fights, kid.
Oh well, Fernando sounds like he do some sexy shit. So we're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I seen one of them. He's actually pretty good off the bottom. There was this guy, I think I seen a clip, a guy was kind of trash talking him, and then he came in and actually caught him with the triangle choke right from the bottom. And then you seen him with the hands. So I think he's actually pretty well rounded everywhere. And then just another thing, just that length from for that weight class. I think Nelson's got to get in. I think he's got to get in close on him, try to land heavy shots, try to work his body, try to chop at his leg a little bit on the way in. I actually seen Nelson does have really, really good kicks. He has really, really good low kicks. He's got a solid low calf kick. I think with the range and how long Fernando is, I think the thing for him to do would be trying to work off of the leg kicks and try to work his way in. For Fernando, I think it's just stay busy on the jab footwork. I think he definitely has better footwork. Definitely has better movement. I think stand nice with the jab, stand nice with his long shots, and being patient and understanding that Nelson's gonna have to come to him if he wants to do something. He's gonna have to come to him. So just kind of be patient and be ready for whenever he comes. Have your setups and things ready.
Yeah, and let's see if they want to try to go to the ground. I mean, Nelson is normally a guy who's trying to keep the fight on the feet.
Yeah.
And Padilla, right now, I mean, in the last 2-3 fights he had before, he developed really well his striking. But I know him, and his jiu-jitsu is really good too. He had like crazy shit from 10 Planet, like crazy submissions. Yeah. So let's see what happens.
I had seen he actually has 100% takedown defense as well. So he's pretty.
They were talking about he was a jiu-jitsu guy, and then they seen him knock Rosa out. So it's wild, bro. I'm excited to see. Have you ever fought anybody that was had longer reach than you, or was taller than you?
Taller than me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I fought this dude at 196 pounds one time. He was like he was a real 6'3", 6'4".
But not in the UFC.
He didn't have longer reach though. In the UFC?
No. I don't think anybody does. I'm pretty sure your reach is longer than mine.
I think I got the longest in middleweight.
Yeah, he had the longest.
I think there's only a few people with longer reach than me. Yeah, I got long arms,
Yeah.
I'm a Dumbo.
Yeah, that boy can scratch his knee standing straight up.
I do.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
You be watching?
What's up? Huh? No.
Boss? Okay.
No.
Oh my goodness, guys. All right. Our next one is our lightweight bout with Daniel Ziliber, I believe.
Zellhuber.
Versus Christos. Don't laugh at my accent. Versus Christos Giagos.
Christos Giagos, I think.
Yeah,
Christos
we might want to
Giagos?
stick with Daniel and Christos.
All right, Daniel. You know, and it's crazy. I am so sorry, Murad, because I can say his name when there is no microphone. I don't know why I can say it, but as soon as I get in front of a mic, I can't say it.
Shout out. I think you should give Murad a shout out.
Dvalishvili. How you say his last name? But I can't. But even now, I just
judge on that, Murad.
Dvalishvili.
I just say Murad.
Yeah, everybody knows who Murad is. Come on.
Murad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's easier.
But so for the records, we have 13-1 for Daniel. For Christos, we have 20-10.
I'm
pretty
going
crazy,
with
and they're both coming off of a win as well.
Kev, you gotta wait for the game, Kev.
No, he's feeling good. He's getting in the
I'm just
zone.
saying, I've seen Daniel fight before. I don't think I really seen Christos fight before. And then I was just looking at Christos shit, and Christos looked like he on like a little tear, like a back and forth thing. He on that Izzy shit right now, so I don't know what's going on with Christos.
Let's go.
My bad.
Yeah, no. Hey, yo, go.
It's a nice show. My bad. It's a nice show.
No. Hey, I like Daniel though. I've watched him fight, and I actually like from the time that I've like seen him like at the PI things like that. Like he came up to me like with like happy with like just so much, and he's like, hey, like he introduced himself to me and all of that, and it was just like, yo, that's a really cool kid. And it's like every time I see him, he's always smiling, he's always happy, you know what I mean, and things like that. He's got a really good positive energy about himself. So you know, I really like him, and I was able to sit down and check out his fights, and the dude, he's bad.
I seen
he's
him
a
fight
bad
before.
boy. He's a bad boy. Honestly, while I was watching him, some of the things that he does, real similar to some of the things that I do, that I like to do, you know, and he gets after it. I think early on, it takes a little bit of time to read, you know, like the Contender Series fight, the guy he came out, they gave him a scrappy guy that was coming out the throat, and he had good boxing and good combinations and things like that. And he was getting caught.
Yeah.
He was getting caught. The kid's got a chin. But he's also able to, if you also pay attention, he's also rolling shots. He rolls shots really well. He sees things well, and then as he makes adjustments. He made a good adjustment in that fight, and as he started charging him, now he started to walk him into things and be elusive on the outside, like use his range a little bit, use angles and things like that. So he looked really good. I heard he was like 22. He's like
He's very young.
He's really young.
Yeah, so
he looks really good.
I know him. I mean, Daniel he's very good. He won a few titles in Mexico before to jump to the Contender Series.
Yeah.
And for example, in that fight, in Contender Series, he showed like you say the shin, right? Because the first round was kind of hard for him.
Yeah.
The other guy was a Brazilian guy, connect really good punches on his shin, on his face, but he passed the storm. And the second and third one, he did an amazing job. Then in his debut, he lost the fight. But, you know, obviously the nervous of the UFC debut and whatever. But that
Wait,
fight...
I didn't even watch the end of it. He lost that fight?
The debut.
What? No,
against...
the debut?
The UFC debut, he lost.
Okay.
Against Trey Ogden. That fight was the kind of... Those fights, like weird fights where the guy is like touching and go. And he got a little bit frustrated. And that's it. He lost. You know, he did an amazing job. Just he defends very well all the takedowns because the other guy was like touch, go, and suddenly go for the takedown, and he defends very well. But he lost the decision. And then in the second one, he looks like very sharp. He's been working with my boxing coach with Capetillo here in Las Vegas, and I think he's doing a sparring in Extreme Couture. So he's doing a very good job there. So I think. Christos Giagos, again, there is the guy, again, with experience. He was cut from the UFC and he came back. He fought against Oliveira and, you know.
Oliveira, Moises, Turkmenjan. Like, I think bro, he's got a really, really strong schedule of opponents that he's fought.
So this will tell you how good the kid is then.
Yeah, 100%.
Daniel beats Christos and he's the shit. Right.
I'll say it'll show that he's game. It shows that his skills can actually make up for the experience gap that he'll be facing a lot in a lot of fights that he'll come up against. The kid's game is like he can kick. He's got good punches. I think on the inside, he can work a little bit better, a little bit more in close and in tight. But for the most part, yeah, he keeps good range. He stays active. He's got a really good gas tank. That the pace that he keeps is really solid. I seen the Christos fight. He fights like a veteran. He fights like an old scrappy guy. I'm not gonna say like not like he's old, but like a guy that's been around, like an experienced scrappy fighter. Yeah, you know what I mean. He wants to get in. He's got like I think he's got a boxing background.
He likes to be inside. No boy don't want you to be inside. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting fight.
Well, I'm not gonna say he don't want to be inside because at first I was thinking that about Daniel, that he don't. All right, he can't let him get inside. But as the fight goes on, bro, you watch this kid. He starts to pick up things and he starts to counter, and he actually presents danger whenever you keep pressing him and you keep trying to force him into that box. And it's like you said about as far as this weekend, like the fights this weekend. I think one of the main things that worked against Izzy in that fight was this: he wasn't comfortable in the pocket. He's not comfortable in close in the pocket, and I think Sean was more comfortable in that space and in that range than Izzy was. You know, just because Sean does it all the time. You know, if you sit up training, you sparring all the time, and you're constantly throwing and banging it out with somebody, you know, you're tired. Eventually, you're gonna get to a point where you're steady having to fight in close range and in the pocket to be able to hit somebody. And I think Sean doing that all the time is what paid dividend for him in that. But this kid really truly adjusted in that fight, and he started winning in every range of that fight, and he had I believe they tied up and he actually had a hip toss. The kid is strong. Like I'm talking it wasn't like a normal hip toss. Like he flipped him.
He's tall for the weight class, isn't he?
Yeah. He flipped him and had him parallel, head to the ground and completely dumped over. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the kid fight. I can't wait. You know, 100%. Yeah.
Have you got anything for this?
Yeah, I mean, overall, what I'm just saying about these two guys is one's taller than the other one, one's shorter than the other one. I think that when he uses his range and the other guy doesn't get in, I think that overall it makes magic. But if the other guy gets inside and he works his jelly early, because he is an old head, you know, if the fight goes on too long, he might be fucked. So the goal for this guy is to get in there and get it done. If not, it's going to be the same situation he had with Charles Oliveira and all those other guys. He'll just be another statistic of getting his ass whooped.
All right, turned on the analyst voice. I love it.
Okay. Hey, that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy about this. You saying this? You got to see these dudes all week.
They're like 145 pounds, right? I'll be all right.
Oh man! All right, our next one is our bantamweight bout with Raul Rosas Jr. versus Terrence Mitchell.
I told you I wasn't the only black person on the card.
That's not what I said. I said the only bout on the main card without the Mexican representative.
Well, then that's the Australians' fight, not mine.
All right, so both of these guys are actually coming off of a loss, but Raul, his record is 7-1. Terrence Mitchell is 15-3. What do you guys think about this matchup?
Experience.
It's like the veterans versus the young guns card. Raul, I believe, he's 17. Does he turn 18? He's 18 now. Yes. He got signed when he was 17. But don't let that fool you, bro. The kid is really, really good for his age. He's strong. He showed that he's game. He's good jiu-jitsu. He's got really strong jiu-jitsu. I think that's his main skill and base. But he's shown that he can be creative and athletic on the feet as well. But I think in his last fight, I think he kind of ran into like that grown man strength. Yeah, and I think that was like a little thing that he experienced different.
I mean, he trained sometimes with me here in Las Vegas, Raul. He's really good, man. I mean, for sure, he's the future of the division of the UFC. His jiu-jitsu is insane. He has really decent wrestling and his striking. Maybe he can develop that a little bit more, but in general, he's really well-rounded. So he did an amazing job in the UFC debut. First of all, he did an amazing fight in Contender Series. Then he jumped to the UFC and he did an amazing job. Okay, like he won the fight in the first round, real naked choke. He got the bag and that's it. And he started to a lot, you know?
Yeah,
and you know,
guys after
when
you.
you're all talking a lot and then you're like winning, like all the attention, all the cameras, you know, so I think the media on the people around, they start to put a lot of pressure on him. And then he went to the second fight against Rodriguez. I forget the name, but it's the
It was. I was there. I was there live. I believe it was in San Diego, right?
That fight was
Rodriguez.
Christian Rodriguez, I think.
Yeah, Christian Rodriguez.
So he fought against him. He had a really good first round. But then, like you say, maybe he forced a little bit the takedowns, he forced the positions, and the gas tank started to go a little bit low. And then he started to go a little bit frustrated because Rodriguez started to defend the takedowns, and then he started to connect the better punches.
Yeah.
So I think it was about his experience. At the end, he's very young, man. He's 18 years old.
18 years old.
That's insane. He has a lot of time to develop all his abilities and skills. Let's see what happened with this one. With Terrence Mitchell, he was with me in the Ultimate Fighter in 2016. He was in my team.
Oh, that's crazy. I've seen he's been around for a while.
So he lost the first fight. Then I don't know what happened with him. He passed for a long inactivity. But then he made a short notice debut in International Fight Week in the same card as me, and he lost. So I don't know, man. I think Raul is gonna win, but obviously he needs to take care of it because Terrence is long, very long.
Yeah, he's a tall, lanky dude. He's a striker. He's got a good jab. He's got good kicks. I actually seen one of his fights. He came out and set him up, landed a nice jab, landed a calf kick and went right from the calf kick. Nice fast head kick and caught him clean and knocked him out. I think the way that Terrence strikes isn't the most assertive, you know. So I think that actually plays good for Raul. I think Raul would mainly have problems with would be really that grown man strength and that grown man pressure of somebody that's just gonna kind of walk you down and kind of stay on you like that. And I don't think that's like Terrence's game. You know, if he does start to do that, I think that could present a big problem for Raul. But I think Raul's got really good timings with his takedown, able to get in. His jiu-jitsu is really good. He's really good at finding the back, and he's really good at hunting for those submissions. And he hunts for smart submissions. He tries to choke people. He doesn't really try to you can snatch a limb, but you fall off.
He's really good, man. And actually, he went for this training camp. He went to Russia for a month, I think so, to start training there. And he's doing really good things. So I'm with Raul for sure.
Is he at Extreme Couture? Raul's been at Extreme Couture?
I think he went there before, but he stopped to do it. And right now he's doing his own stuff.
Yeah, I see him at the PI all the time.
With a little group, he's there.
Like this group.
Doing therapy and doing
like that.
So you train with a little group. I like the little group things. You know me. You see how I get down back at home? I like the little group 100%. Things. Yeah. I seen Raul earlier. I was doing the autograph poster signing. No, I wasn't doing autograph. I was signing in. I was signing all my paperwork and shit, finding out my schedule. And I seen Raul and his energy. The last time that we were on the card together, that's when he took the L. His energy on that card was different. His energy this time was just fucking young stud ready to make it, for sure. A lot more humble, a lot more ready to go.
Confidence is never a problem for him.
But it was a good. Yeah. Wasn't you know what I mean? Sometimes it could be too high. You know what I mean? Especially when you go into a fight. You don't want it too high because then you kind of overlook the guy. You know, it was just
Just right at that 212, waiting for somebody to stick a little, make it that 213.
Stick something in what?
Take that little spark in there, make it 213.
I mean, after all the things we talked about earlier.
I think that was a pause moment. No,
there was no pause.
Was that a pause?
Look, all right, water. At about 212 degrees, it's kind of like that simmer. 213 degrees, it boils.
Oh wow!
All right.
You a smart ass motherfucker.
Hey, yo, look, man, I'm just trying to drop a little knowledge with a little bit of fight sense on y'all. You feel me?
He's smart.
So you know he right at that. So I
would have thought it.
He had about that 212. He had about that 212. He just about ready. Go ahead, you put that spark in there, jumping up to 213, and he ready to boil.
I wasn't expecting to learn something, man. Thank you so much.
Pretty good.
I got you, man. Hey, look,
you don't come to War Council without learning something.
But yeah, I think for as far as the fight goes, I think Raul, as far as tactically, what he needs to do, I think he just needs to keep his hands tight. Let him. Terrence does throw a lot of long shots. Some of them are misplaced. He doesn't have the best footwork. I think for him is just wait, take your time and get in on him. Yeah. I think he'll find a shot. I think he'll find a way to even if it's not a shot, to get to his legs, tie him up, get to his body, and the kid is strong, man. I think he'll be able to find his back end. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna make a prediction. I'm not trying to make. Y'all got me making predictions early and shit. Kevin, don't be coming here fucking on my show, man. All right.
The sneaky grin.
I think at the end of the day that you should definitely not make any predictions right now, Jamal. That's not the name of the game.
That's not the name of the game, Kev. All right, can we get through the talk? Stop. No, look, don't listen to him, bro. Brandon, don't listen to him. All right, no, Terrence, we need tangible things of what these guys can do to have chance in the fight.
Yeah, right? I mean, I think obviously Terrence can't go out there throwing these big kicks and stuff. You know, he's gonna have to go straight down the pipe. He's gonna have to get the action. He's gonna have to stay disciplined, and overall, he's gonna have to not have inactivity on his record. But he has inactivity, so overall, he can't go back from that.
He did get stretched out by the last dude. Like, I think they ended with him like full. He got his back and he completely flattened him out and landed the shots. Roast is possible with that, but I think Terrence needs to stop the takedown.
But Rosa went to Russia, right?
Yeah, I mean,
young kid going to Russia, he's gonna come back wrestling good.
Yeah, he's learning sponge. But yeah, I think Terrence definitely needs to keep it stand and work a nice long jab, have good footwork, have good placement on his shots, and try to catch the kid early. You know, try to catch him early,
or just
confuse him to put him in somewhere where you can frustrate him and you can take advantage of that experience and those things.
How old is Terrence?
I don't know.
How old is he? You know, it doesn't matter how old you are.
Look up his age. All right, now we have our co-main event. Setting the table for our main event is Kevin Holland versus Della Maddalena. Kevin Holland with the record of 25-9.
Damn, that's fucking
and
record.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Jack with 14-2.
That's a good record.
What are your thoughts? Holland.
Kevin Holland?
Yeah.
What do you know about this
Black
guy?
man.
I heard he's like a superhero or something. Like he fights crime or
Black
some
man.
shit.
He's tall.
Black man.
He's dark. He's not handsome.
He is.
See, I knew you was gonna say that.
Black
Pause.
man. I was about to say he is black man. Let me say
Black man.
They want to catch me with a pause so bad, but I stay. You know what I'm saying? I stay on mine. I stay on my square. I'm not budging.
Show him your grill. Show him your grill. Say ah. Say ah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro.
Okay, I'll stop.
All right, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I think we want to start. I think we'll open up with. What are your thoughts? The man that's right up close and personal with it. When you first got the fight, what were your thoughts, bro? Like, what was your first thought thinking of this matchup?
He has decent boxing. Footwork can be tricky at times when he switches his stances. You just have to kind of pay attention to the middle of his torso. Overall, JDM throws unbelievable hands, especially as he starts to read your timing and the fight starts to go on. He can read you actually pretty quick. So JDM's not a guy to get started early, and if he doesn't get started early, you have to watch out because he will get started late. So overall, JDM is just one of those guys where you just go on there, it's a dangerous person, and you just have to keep your eyes open and pay attention to what he does. And he does a lot of things well. Puts himself in weird positions sometimes when he gets in grappling positions, but overall, he's a game motherfucker, and he's pretty tough. So seems like a fun fight.
Yes, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. He he does have pretty good boxing. He does mix it up really well. He has some good flowing combos where he gets the body. He does make some errors and things that I see that you would be able to take care of. But I think it's like, yeah, he's one of those guys that's dangerous that really gets you up for a fight. That, you know what I mean. It might put a little nerves in you before when you get in there and you actually flowing in there. You have fun. You appreciate that type of opponent.
I don't know about this nerve thing, but yeah, I feel you. 100%.
I mean, but I'm not. I don't get nervous either. But I'm just saying, for some people do feel nerves. You know, I want to be able to relate to some of the young guys. You know, when you feel it, what you're feeling is okay.
It's okay.
You get past it. Just work through it. All right. Just go in and do what you do every day and believe in yourself and believe. then you're a winner.
Yeah, because you are a winner.
Yeah. But yeah, have you seen,
I get fun.
Have you seen Jack? Have you seen Jack fight?
Jack, yeah. I mean, I saw his last fight. He fought a guy from the same management group as me, and the other guy did very well because was a fight in short notice.
Who do you think won?
Man, I think the other guy put a good hand.
I thought the other guy won too. I was there live. I was actually at the Apex whenever they fought.
Okay.
We were there. Like I thought he lost. Like 100%. I think the guy did a really good job at disrupting his timing with his punches with the takedown. Yeah, 100%.
So, man, I think it's about the styles. I mean, Kevin and him has an amazing striking game. But obviously, the problem with Kevin is the long arms and the long distance and the long combinations with the strange punches. You know, Jack will need to close that distance. The question will be if he's able to do it with Kevin. You know, it's not because he's him. Actually, to be fair, I had another interview before. I thought Kevin is gonna win, but at the same time, I understand Jack is a tough guy.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think what his main goal is going to be is to try to get inside that range. He has a decent jab. His footwork is decent. It's not like maybe like the greatest, maybe not the greatest and most darty footwork, but it is. He does move and it is effective. Yeah, like Kev's long. He's got pause. He's got range. He's got speed. He got really good eyes. He's got really good eyes for seeing the fight. Bro, y'all
He's got beautiful eyes.
Man. Like he's got really good eyes. For as far as seeing, put your damn glasses back up. Oh my. Put your glass back. But no, you see things well. You see what's coming at you well. You have really good reactions. You have a really good tendency to slow things down and pace.
Where the nigga should go?
And pace
he got nice eyes too.
And pace the fight. Still got them. He got them real light skin eyes.
Yeah, you like those, huh?
Them honey bubble. Get your ass up out of here.
Honey what?
Them honeycomb eyes.
Call them sugar.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you the key. I think since if looking at past fights, right? I think where some people will kind of make a mistake is where they will look at the middleweight fights, right? Where you got taken down and you got held down and things like that and started to think like, oh, okay, that's the path. But in this weight class, I don't think that is, for the simple fact of those dudes were heavy. Like I think those dudes were rehydrating up to like maybe 205, 210, something like that. You know, able to lay. I don't see Jack having that kind of advantage.
I think he's a small welterweight.
I think he is too. He's about 5'10". He's got about like a 73 inch reach.
Yeah,
which is and then not only that, I think your reach is about as long. I think your reach is longer than mine. Like I think we've actually checked that interview. I think I actually have it recorded too, that your reach is longer than mine. So to deal with that also at that weight class, plus the height. That's a difficult thing. Now for him, I will say the thing to do would be just that, to try to jab, get on the inside, try to land some body shots, try to land some leg kicks early. Maybe even mix in the red, do kind of what the last guy did, the last fight, to kind of like tie up and things like that to kind of disrupt the timing. But I think for you, essentially the same thing would be what you did against Buckley, right? Against kind of patient, let him come in, do his little burst, deal with it, and then have sharp, dangerous counters right behind that. And one of the things I've noticed is how Jack holds his hands. Like he's kind of got like that old rumble here, like boxing stance, kind of leaves you open, like kind of down the middle, especially for sharp, fast jabs and fast straights right down the middle. I think a good path for you would be good, solid, straight shots down the middle. He kind of sits in heavy on that lead leg to try to get in there from a distance. I think chopping that, getting a couple good low ones in on that early on to kind of compromise his mobility that he already has limited of to a degree. Like when I'm comparing his movement to you, right? With your footwork and how look faster with the feet and how you're able to move in different angles. I think for him, it would essentially be just the chop the leg early, find him on the inside early, and quick. And sometimes he does mix up some crazy no-nos, like he'll just like kind of just like wing like a lead hook, like wing like a hook out there, and just like I don't know. He just throws some shots.
It's a switch stance hook, switch stance. Boom.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes he does it if he's not thinking that he's switching. But he's thinking he's switching stance and he doesn't. He just kind of the hook that he knocked Randy Brown out with.
Yeah,
that was like he switched stance through the hook, then he just threw a hook.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Can't cage ride.
Yeah, you can't cage ride. You can't cage ride with him. But at the same time, though, if he gets too overzealous like that I think for him that could be a problem too. It's gonna be a great fight, bro. I can't wait to see it. Mm-hmm. Oh, right? I know I did a lot of talking right there. You my boy, bro. You know what I mean? I'm tapped all the way. I'm tapped all the way in, bro. You know, I went in. I don't watch this fights. I even went back and watched some of some of your old fights from honestly, and I can say this honestly, from a year ago to now, you've made a huge leap in transition. So whatever you've done in that, I know you've opened up the smaller gym and brought in things a little bit more closer to you, to where it's a little bit more personal, and you can put your own touch to things like that. And it's showing, bro, and it's working out well. And then if anybody's thinking anything about like the whole takedowns from the middleweight and things like that, just look at Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa is one of the better wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys in the welterweight division, and you submitted him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Controlled the fight.
Deep one time too. Got in deeper than I wanted him to.
Pause.
I don't know how the fuck I let him get that.
Pause. That was a huge pause. Stop it. Stop.
My bad.
You got to pivot. You got to give us a Euro
We're
step.
professionals.
At least whenever that was a courtesy pause, and you kept going.
But overall, I stay heavy, stay dig down. And I let him. You know what I mean? Like that's how you defend takedowns. Dig down, chest up. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's not lying. He's not lying as far as like the English language is fucked up. We just gotta we're gonna pause the rest of this episode.
Can you say that in Spanish?
What?
Dig down, chest up.
Dig down, chest up.
Because when you sprawl.
Güey. No, pues el pito para abajo. Pito.
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 What's the rest? What's the rest? Pito what?
Pito hacia abajo.
Pito hacia abajo.
Sounds better than
dig down.
Language.
Something like that. Kinda, but we don't say that in Spanish, man.
Piquito arriba.
I'll find a way to use it. It'll come into play in some way.
Okay, and then the final fight of the night, our title weight bout with Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko, part 2. Valentina says she's coming back to get her belt. What do you guys think about this?
I think overall Valentina needs to make sure she sticks to the basics. But I think even though she tries to stick to the basics, she is very fast twitch. She's very good. And it's something about Grasso coming back in there and with that confidence and stuff. She just kind of really honestly has to do more so of the same. Push her back, and it's like look for one of those golden opportunities and capitalize on it. And the way Valentina's been fighting for years, she's going to continue to look for the spins and look for the pretty things. And it's a new era. It's a new time. I think that new time and that new era sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. That's a good one. I mean, this fight is kind of hard for me because I know both girls really well. So Alexa went to my gym in Tijuana a long time ago, like 2013 or 14, something like that, and we trained together there. And now we are doing like a lot of like media stuff. We had last year a media tour, or this year a media tour in Mexico City. We do a lot of different stuff for UFC in Mexico. And with Valentina, I trained with her last year. I think so. She was preparing herself for Tayla Santos or Lauren Murphy. I don't remember, but I trained with her. And both hard workers, really good fighters. Last fight was like very close to me, to be honest. I was like front seat watching everything.
Yeah, I was there. That was John Jones' card, right?
Yes, against Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
Alexa prepare that move because a lot of people was saying like, oh, that was because Valentina made a mistake and she spin and whatever. So after the fight, her team posted a video of her preparing that same move in the locker room, because they know Valentina, she's really good doing the spinning back kick and everything. So they practice that, and at the end, that works. That was 100%. Very good. Yeah.
There was no luck about that. I was there. I seen it. I think in the first fight, the thing that ultimately changed the fight and kind of turned it for Alexa, she hit her with a right hand. It was a really, really clean right hand. And bro, Valentina's whole demeanor changed after that right hand. She started kind of avoiding exchanges more instead of some of the exchanges where she had her head down, willing to try to crack Alexa. Now she's kind of looking back and kind of looking for her way out and things like that. And then I think that ultimately put her in a bad position where she spun and tried to kick and gave her the look that gave her the opening that she wanted. She leaped right on her back, bro. It was a beautiful choke.
Beautiful leap into a choke.
Yeah. The crank, everything. It was tight. I think for Alexa, I think she kind of the most part for the first fight, I think Valentina controlled the good portion of that first fight. I think Valentina was winning for the good portion of that fight. I think Valentina has the physical advantage. I think she's stronger. I think she might be a little bit faster and may have a little bit more explosiveness. I think where Alexa's biggest thing is in her toughness. I think her coming forward instead of keeping pressure on her, I think being able to kind of neutralize her attacks a little bit more. And I'm kind of gonna go back to it again, kind of like this weekend, kind of like how Strickland did to Izzy. I think she should come in, kind of jam her back and get on the back foot and hit her with find good straight shots down the middle.
Yeah, I think it's about footwork for Alexa. Like, she need to put pressure, but obviously she need to do it in the right way.
Not too much footwork.
Exactly. Because for example, this fight against, my goodness, Giagos, for example, she was all the time putting pressure, but you never saw Valentina was winning the right angle. Yeah. And she kicked her head. Sorry.
I think the kicks were more like of the distracting thing for her and that, because she hit her with some nasty kicks to the leg and to the body in that fight before she ultimately wrapped that one up against the up to her head. Talking about Valentina and against Jessica I.
So I mean, I think Alexa need to close the distance, connect with the really good Mexican boxing combinations.
Yes.
And for Valentina, is try to keep that distance, and try to find the range. Like Kevin say, keep the basics and try to do something very specific, and that's it. I think the key for both girls.
Yeah, I think 100% Valentina's biggest bet is to make the fight as boring as possible. Because I think in an in close exciting fight, you give Alexa a chance. She's got good hands. She's got good sharp punches. She's already got the respect from that right hand that she caught her with the last fight. And don't get me wrong, Valentina has good strikes, even in close. She has good, but I don't think that's not really her forte. She's a lot more light on the feet, kind of back like that kickboxing in kickboxing versus boxing, in tight, in close. I'm gonna go with boxing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with boxing.
Boxing's been winning.
Ooh, you guys ready for our game?
I'm just saying, I'm ready for our game.
Oh, damn, I didn't do that. I'm doing for this.
Got to bring it in. All right, so this is a pick game. So we will go over the main card. You get to choose whoever you think is going to win. So it'll be your main pick. You'll get a point for that if you win.
Hold up, I like to add in before. Oh, my bad. Damn, I'm fucking up. I don't want to interrupt you while you're doing the thing, but I also want to before we go into the picks, we didn't talk about this fight. It's a prelim fight, Roman Kopylov versus Josh Farid.
Oh yeah,
I think that's going to be a really, really good fight. It's a middleweight. It's a middleweight fight. Roman's really good. I think a lot of people aren't really paying attention to how good this kid really, really is. but he's really good, and he's young, and I think this fight with him and Josh Fareed is gonna be interesting. I was actually thinking about plugging that one in for one of mine too. So that's kind of why I threw it out there, so y'all not surprised whenever I do this.
Okay,
all right.
So what he's talking about is you have a couple other ways to make extra points. Okay. So on your main card, you can either choose. You can only do this one time. Either switch out for a prelim if there's one that you would rather do, or you can keep like he's gonna do. Or you can keep what you have. You can either choose the round that you think the fight will end, or you can choose the style, whether it's submission, TKO, whatever, however you believe it'll happen. And if you're right, you win extra points on that.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Jamal did win our last one.
Yes.
He got beat the first time.
Marab, I'm sorry, fellas. I'm truly sorry. But you know what I mean, when you pick against such an intellectual mind for the game, you know, sometimes it comes with some L's, and I'm gonna need y'all to hold this one. Cody, I still got you. I still got to get you your gift out and things like that. But I just wanted to rub that in a little bit.
Yeah, so he did win, but we will say that Marab did do well. Had the best prediction, because he predicted that Strickland would win and how it was going to happen. Down to the T.
Wow.
So
picked Strickland in by decision. Crazy. Yeah, I'm still messed up by
Mystic
that one.
Marab, yeah.
We all looked at him like, the fuck?
Okay.
Like, even Marvin can say, well, Marvin was like, oh, that's one hell of a prediction. You know, it's like, that's one hell of a prediction, and nailed it.
Yep, he was right. So with that being said, we will go ahead and go around the table, and you can guys let me know who you think is going to have our first fight on the main, which is Padilla versus Nelson.
I go with Padilla.
Okay.
You want to take a method or a round in that, or you just going?
You want to save it? You can save it.
Okay.
Or you can keep it how it is.
So
basically, you get either one fight you can pick around. If you think it's going to end by knockout, you can say, I think this guy's going to knock him out. You'll get a bonus point for that one. You only do it for one fight, though.
So you're not doing that for every single fight?
No, you only get to choose it once.
Just for one fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to take anything for it. You can just take him straight up as a winner.
Okay. I go with Padilla.
All right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, what about you?
Yeah, I got Padilla. All day, every day.
Yeah, I'm going to put here too. I think the length and the range, and just he's really good. I actually saw him at the PI. He was getting PT right next to me right before here. He seemed really good spirits. He's like excited. Yeah. He doesn't seem like the fight week is really bothering him at all or anything like that. And that's good to see. And then when I seen with him on tape, yeah, I definitely got to go with him.
Okay, next fight is Daniel Ziliber versus Christos.
But you say I can change one of the fights of the main card for one of the prelims?
If you have a prelim that you want, you can switch it out.
No, I go with Daniel Ziliber.
Okay.
God damn, man. It's not a hard game. It's not a hard game. Just kick with the champs pick.
That's dirty. I'm gonna go with Daniel also. Mm-hmm. But one thing another thing I did notice, Christos doesn't have the best gas tank. He does kind of tend to fade a little bit, and I think that he's got toughness. But I believe that if he fades, I believe that Daniel can get to him and get him out of there. We'll say.
So this is your prediction?
Third round.
That's your one prediction.
You want to put in a
say get him out. He gets him out.
I really think he uses one prediction. It's over. No more.
I'm gonna go second. Actually, I'm gonna go second round. I think he can get him out in the second round.
It's gonna be the third watch.
Let's go.
Are you taking the third?
I'm not predicting.
He's not putting one in.
I'm glad you predicted on this one though.
Okay, our bantamweight bout. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Terrence Mitchell.
No, I go Raul.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
all Kevin's answers are me too.
I think I'm gonna do my mix out. I think I'm gonna do my mix in. I think I'm gonna swap this one out, and I'm gonna go with Roman Kopylov.
Me too.
Versus Josh Fareed. You can't do that, kid.
Okay, watch this.
You can't do that, kid.
Watch this.
I'm switching out Roman Kopylov versus. I'm taking Roman Kopylov.
Well, I got Raul still. Me too.
Okay. All right. Our next one, Kevin Holland and Della Maddalena.
I go with Kevin Holland.
Man, that's love right there. So on this one, can you open this one back up, please?
He's got to make sure he chooses the right one for this.
I make sure you pick the right one. It's close, bro.
I like to substitute that one.
Hold on. We got to get you on your mic.
I like to substitute that one for the Roman kid. And I'm not going to choose a round, but I pick KO. Let's go.
Damn.
All right. KO for...
Damn, that's fucked up because I think he's going to knock him out, too.
I did that. Yes, I did.
All right. So here's the thing.
I'm winning.
You have not chosen a round or a style. So you want to...
I'm going in this one.
All right. He's like, oh, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Watch him substitute and go to the other guy.
Okay, so we have...
wait, can I get a pick? I don't get a pick. Damn.
Wait.
I ain't pick nobody.
In the Rosa fight?
In the co-main.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I ain't get one in the co-main. You know, it's a difficult fight. Nah. You already know I'm going with the blunt, bro. Come on, man. I'm going with Kev. I'm gonna say knockout.
You can't do two predictions, bro.
Yeah, you can.
He can. Because he did a style and then the round. You can do those are two different ones.
You get a round.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait. Style. Wait.
You did second round.
You chose knockout, right?
Wait, are you an underdog?
No. It's pretty much even.
Fuck.
You chose knockout?
Yeah, I'm going. Cool. I know. I got a feeling you want to submit this nigga though, because you would do some. I'm not choosing no method in this one. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not choosing the method in that one.
Everybody's been asking.
That's there.
Everybody's been asking, how are you going to approach this fight?
Yeah.
Make a decision for me.
Yeah, it would be just my look. He hit him and like have him down. See, now all we got to do is one follow-up shot and he'll jump on him and choke him. So I'm not gonna do. We're not gonna play that game. We're just gonna go Kevin gonna get the win.
All right. Okay, and then our main with Grasso versus Shevchenko.
I'm gonna switch that one. I'm gonna pick Edgar Chaires against Daniela Cerda in the prelims. He's my teammate.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
I go for knockout in the first. Let's go.
I like how he did that. Oh, I got to make a prediction on this one too, right?
Yeah.
But I still got to choose a style on one of the fights, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna backdoor to the Raul fight, right? Oh, I didn't choose on that one.
You chose Roman by knockout. You need a round.
No, he chose Roman by knockout.
Yeah.
You need a round.
I got to choose a round?
Yeah, you got to choose a round. Did I take a fucking underdog in this one? There aren't any underdogs.
No, because the odds aren't in on
first round.
Some of these.
First round.
First round for
Or Raul against Stearns?
No. The one nigga I had to pick a knockout for.
Raul?
Roman.
You going
Roman.
So
and then Raul, I got to pick a style, right? I think that his style is going to be wrestling into jiu-jitsu.
No, wait. You did KO for Roman. Yeah. You want to change it?
You got to pick either a round. You either got to pick a round or method. You can't pick a knockout. You can't pick the method twice. You only get to pick one.
Yeah, you only get to pick
fight.
one time. Sorry.
Oh, and then I got to pick a round for
another
one?
You got to pick a round for another one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roman KO, Raul, second round.
Okay.
Let's go.
There we go.
That's solid.
Oh, I got to pick for the main event too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grasso. Decision. Oh, I can't do that. My bad.
No, you can't. Or unless you want to take away one of your...
No, I like the ones I got already.
Okay.
That I don't have a method yet. I think I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go... Valentina decision. Nah, fuck. I'm going to go Valentina decision. Yeah. I'm going to go Valentina decision.
And new. He's saying and new.
I just think like Alexa had a great moment. She capitalized on it on one of the greatest in that division of all time, and had a big moment and things like that. But I believe in Valentina's ability to adjust and things like that, and I feel Valentina was controlling that fight up until that point. So I think she ultimately now this time probably get the job done. Yeah.
Well, you know, Jamal, they say that time is every man's worst enemy, but it is also every woman's worst enemy. So think about time. It catches up with us all.
It
I thought it was the saying is Father Time is undefeated.
I don't give a damn, nigga.
You're always trying to make some shit up, just like the English language don't work that way, Kev.
Actually, it does.
Yeah.
When you make up whatever you want.
It does. I guess it.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
You got me.
Just don't say I.
This has been another great episode of Workout. Nah, man, for real though. I appreciate y'all coming out. You know, Kev, you already know what it is, bro. I appreciate you. You my bro. You been my boy. You been locked in with me.
Bro, don't start crying.
So man, anybody cry, bro. For real, bro. This real though, bro. You know, every time you fight, bro, it's like it's a certain nerve, it's a certain feeling that I get that I don't get when I fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I mean? Because I truly care what happens in the outcome of that fight. You know what I mean? And there's nothing I can do about it. Ultimately, I got to trust you to do what you do.
Fight. That shit
you know what
sucks.
I mean? And it does suck. But at the same time, though, whenever you go in and you do your thing, bro, and you triumph it, bro, it
feel real good.
It feel good to see you. It feel good to see you win, bro. It feels good to see you win, bro.
I'll be like,
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm trying to tell you. You already know I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in there front center.
Feeling good,
boy. Yeah, bro. 100%, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah. You already know, bro. I'm locked in. I'm here.
Birthdays, that's cool. But when y'all win a fight, boy.
Yeah, bro. But you know, regardless though, bro. I'm here for you. I got your back 100%. And yeah, bro. It's like that, Brandon. Bro, like I said, bro, me and you, bro, some of the most the lowest, one of the hardest. I'm not gonna say lowest, the hardest, and then the highest, the lowest and highest moments in my career. You were right there, you know. You became a champion, you know. You becoming a champion that night that I lost, and seeing the emotion and seeing like them, you know, they put together the video. You saying the one day I will be champion, and that and seeing that come to fruition, bro. That gave me motivation. That gave me inspiration. That made me want to come back from what I had faced that night and show who I truly am. Show who I truly am, and I felt that was a champion. And the next time we shared the card, I was able to ultimately show that. And you know, we had the moment in the back, and you know, where after it was like, bro, I was so happy. You know what I mean? I was so happy. You know what I mean? Not just for myself, but also for you, because I know what that means. And I've been tapped in honestly with the Mexican people for a long time. Like I got uncles. Like I consider them my uncles. You know that like they're Mexican. I got a Mexican side of my family. I go to the quinceañeras. I go to everything. You know, and I know that culture and the love for fighting, the strong connection to family, and just
Nah, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
brother, thank you so much. I really appreciate the good vibes in Brazil, for example. Because at the end we are kind of along, you know, in another country was like, oh my goodness, was like fine, you know, like everybody, you had your team, I have my team and whatever. But you know, just the good vibes in the locker room, that was very cool, man. So I really appreciate
bro,
it, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that as well, bro. And
I appreciate both of y'all.
Bro. Then like, you know, even like, you know what I mean, the fight, you know, we both done had our situations since then, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
as far as, you know, like our status goes as champions and things like that. But I'm always tapped in. I'm excited to see you fight. I mean, I know you're gonna come back. You're gonna grow from it, and I can't wait to see it, bro. Can't wait to see it.
That's only one way.
I thought you looked good in your last fight.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
bro. I think you did too. It was. I think you did great. It was an amazing fight. I think just Pantoja just had one of those nights. You know, and then I think the injury, you had an injury or something.
I mean, I don't want to put excuses, man, but
no excuses. No excuses. I do think Pantoja just was on that night. Was on that night, and he was feeling it. But we'll wait to see. I can't wait to see what happens next, bro. End of the day, I'm a fan. I'm always gonna watch.
Appreciate it, bro.
You always have my support. 1,000, 10,000%.
Love it.
And you already know, bro. I'm there ringside. We turned it up. We turned up this weekend, and I can't wait.
Before we
did it.
Before we close out, I want to give a shout out to some of our fans that have been leaving some awesome comments on our channel. Our first one here is Respect 9654. What I like about Jamal is he's giving back to the game. Bro isn't on here talking about drama and dumb shit. Just three gentlemen, accomplished pro fighters at the highest level, talking about the technical aspects of the sport. They're trying to learn from each other and educate the fans. A lot of media nowadays seems so obsessed with drama and getting headlines, has me wondering if they're even interested in the fighting, which is what it's all about. Thank you so much for you guys tuning in, listening. I know it's a fighting sport, but we love the love. So keep on giving.
100%, man. I appreciate that. That's dope. And that's just one of many. We're going to get around to a lot of the comments that speak positively and give the right vibes and the right energy off in this space and things like that. Because, like, sometimes I have days, I'm dealing with an injury right now and things like that. And I have my days. So anytime I see that positive reinforcement and things like that, it makes me just want to work that much harder and grind that much harder to get back to y'all, in front of y'all, and putting on that show and doing what I love and that I know y'all like to see. So, I appreciate that 100%. We out.